Hi, today I'm going to talk about the mean, median, mode, and range. First, let's start with the mean. The mean is the average of all the data set. So our example 1, so this is our data set. We're going to add all these numbers, then divide by the amount of numbers there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 numbers in this data set. You add all that up, you get 142. And 142 divided by 9 is it's 15.8 is our mean. Next, we're going to talk about the median. The median is the middle number of the data set. So when we look here, we go from 10, 26, 12, 22, 13, 17, 14, 14. And we see this 14 here is the median because it is the middle of the data set. We're going to figure out what the mode is. The mode is the number that shows up the most. Yes, it is 14 because 14 shows up 13 times compared to the other numbers. So our mode is 14. The range is the biggest number subtracted by the smallest number. So 16. Now we're going to figure out if there's any outliers. An outlier is a number that is too small or is too big in the data set. So if we look here, there's no outliers. You could argue that 26 is an outlier even though it's a difference of 4 between 22. Next, we're going to learn how to make a line plot. So we have our line plot ready. We're going to look at our next example of a set of numbers. It's going to be, so this is our number set or data set, and this is our line plot. So for each number, we're going to put a dot right here. So we have 5. And it would be easy if you cross off your numbers so you don't lose track. So next, we have another 5. Cross that off. You have a 10, 15, 25, 30, 5, 35, 35 again, last but not least, 5. So we completed a line plot. So let's try to find the mean, median, mode, and range, and if there are any outliers in this data set. So first, we're going to find the mean. The mean is the average of all the numbers. So we're going to add all these numbers up and then divide by how many there are. When we add up all the numbers, we get 140. And there's 10 numbers in all. And we divide 140 by 10, and you get 14. Now, let's look for the median. The median is the middle of the data set. So if you start from here, but we need to do it from least to greatest. So we have 4 5s, 110, 115, 125, 130, and 2 35s. Now we can find the median because it is from least to greatest. So we go 5, 35, 5, 35, 5, 30, 5, 25, 10, and 15. Wait, I thought median could only be one number. That's not true. The median can actually be 2 numbers. So the median be 10 and 15 because they are the middle numbers. So when you have 2 numbers like 10 and 15, you need to find the middle of them. So the median is 12.5. Next, let's find the range. The range is going to be the biggest number minus the smallest number. So 35 minus 5. 35 minus 5 is 30. So our range is 30. Next, let's find the mode. The mode is the number that shows up the most. So our mode is going to be 5 from this line plot. Next, we're going to make a histogram out of this data. So histograms are different from line plots because they have intervals. So like 5 through 10, 11 through 15, 16 through 20, 21 through 25, and so on. So we have 5, 5. So we have 2 5s through 5 through 10. 9 and 8 go through the 5 through 10. So we have 4 numbers in the intervals through 5 through 10. Now we're going to go through 11 through 15. So we have 12, 11, 11, and 13. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers that are in the interval of 11 through 15. 16, we have for 16 through 20, we have one number that fits in that interval. That's 16. Now we have 21, 22. So that's 2 numbers that fit in the interval between 21 and 25. 26. We have also one number that goes between the interval of 26 and 30. Now we have 31. And that also and we have one number that goes in the interval between 31 and 33. Now we have 36, 40. So that means we have 2 numbers that go in that interval. Now 41, 55, 55, 42, 43, and 44. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers that fit in the interval of 41 through 55. Next, we're going to learn how to make a box plot out of this data set. So first, we need to find the minimum value. So the minimum value is 44. So we're going to put a dot by 44. Next, we need to find the maximum value, which is 59. So we're going to put a dot by 59. Next, we need to find the first quartile. The first quartile is median between the actual median. So first, we need to find the median out of this number set. The median, like I said earlier, is the middle of the data set. So we're going to start from here. So 44, 59, 47, 53, 48, 52, so 51. So 51 is the actual median, and our first quartile is going to be between, so our first quartile is 47 and 48. And our third quartile, or upper quartile, is going to be 53. So, to find the lower quartile, we need to know the middle of 47 and 48, which is going to be 47.5, is going to be our lower quartile. So 47.5 is roughly going to be right here. Our median is 51. Our third quartile is 53. So, next, we're going to connect our lowest point with our first quartile. Then we're going to make a box around our median, our first quartile, and our third quartile, and then connect it to our highest. So that is how you make a box plot. Next, we're going to learn how to analyze a two-way frequency table. Our example is going to be, what are people's favorite ice cream flavor? So we're going to have vanilla, chocolate, and the total amount. And included in that, we're going to have their favorite toppings. Sprinkles, M&Ms, and nothing in the total. So the numbers that we were giving the amount that likes chocolate, M&Ms, nothing on their ice cream, and the total of people who like vanilla. So this is our frequency table for now. Now we need to figure out the rest of the numbers. What number would go here? So to figure that out, we would do 50 minus 30. 50 minus 30 is 20. So our number would be 20. To figure out this box, we would do 7 plus what number plus 4 equals 20. So 7 plus 9 plus 4 equals 20. Now we need to know what number plus 4 equals 17. That number is 13. Now we can figure out how many people in total like M&Ms with their vanilla ice cream and their chocolate ice cream. So we're going to do 8 plus 9, which is 17. And now to figure out the total of people who liked vanilla, chocolate, in total, we're going to do 50 minus 17. Or we're going to do 17 plus 17 minus 50. That number is 16. Now we need to figure out how many people liked sprinkles with their vanilla ice cream. We're going to do 16 minus 7. The answer is 9. So this is how we make a frequency table. Now we're going to figure out how to make a two-way frequency table out of this data set. To find a two-way frequency table, we need to figure out the amount of people or the percentage of people that just like vanilla ice cream with sprinkles. And for the total, it's always going to be 1 for 100%. So we're going to do 16 divided by 9. So to find the relative frequency table, I took our frequency table, so the people that like sprinkles of vanilla, and divided it by the total. So 9 divided by 16 is 1.7%, and 7 divided by 16 is 0.4%, and so on. So because we finished, this is the end of the video. You guys are going to have an exit ticket. Your exit ticket is this two-way frequency table. So pause this video so you can find the answers. And then you can unpause and you'll find the answers for this relative frequency table. So here are the answers for the two-way frequency table. And that's it.